give you different colors. But he's setting up the glass, like I said, to go into a particular mold. It's right there, kind of center of the floor. You can see him hop into it, probably after one more heat. But he has to set it up with just the right temperature. See, these stainless steel fins, they're going to hold the bubble back. But as he inflates, he's intentionally kind of blowing past those. So if he doesn't set up the heat just right, it could kind of over thin in some areas. We'll use those same molds for a whole variety of different things. It's very versatile, but it does make really nice pumpkins. In fact, all of our pumpkins are made with that one single mold. So you can see, if you go check out the pumpkin patch in there.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. You want me to turn? Yeah. And so, you know, whatever size and shape, it all comes out of that mold. So it's still up to Tim to make it look like a pumpkin. Very nice. Don't kill this one. Kill this one. Oh, you think it? Okay, great. Yep. Go for it. Ooh. All right, so he's got to work quickly. You know, you're kind of, when you heat up the glass, it's like you heat, and then all of a sudden it'll kind of loosen up on you. So you really have to keep a close eye on it, compensate for what that glass is wanting to do.
Oh, now he's making it fatter. That looks better.
Now it looks like he's just about to the point where I can help him out by adding a connection along the bottom.
That's going to be a big pumpkin.
This little bit of glass that I'm getting right now is going to stick and hold on temporarily while we are able to turn it around and work on the top half where we're going to add the stem and some more color along the way. Yeah, you said ruby. I forgot I put that in there.
That's what they call it. Not copper ruby. They call it.
All right, so it looks like he's got all the things on there that he wants. He's kind of making sure it's going to sit and stand up the way that he wants it to. Yeah, these are really important steps right now, because if it's not going to stand up, it's kind of all for naught, and there's not a good way to fix that later. So you have to finish the bottom just about completely. Give it a tap, and then hands it off to me. All right, so from here, Tim can start heating up the top and adding a little bit more color. We have a couple colors that we're going to use for this. This pan here has these little chips of glass, and really finely ground, sifted to the same size. And this is going to give us what we call our Ozark Mountain Frost. So what we have on this example right here, you can kind of see it has like a little bit of a sparkly frosted finish there. It's a great texture to the glass. He's going to roll through that at the right temperature. But he wants to make sure that he's not melting it in all the way. It's actually much easier to overdo it, and it'll completely smooth out into the glass, but it's not going to give us the right effect that we're after. So he'll go through that, and then I'll start picking up the glass for the stem. With me, I can put that. If that's what you felt. Yeah, when I was coming out there. Yeah, when I come out. Yeah. You want it? Okay, so Gabe's going to get started on one of these other pumpkins. So typically what we do when we make these is we kind of overlap. It doesn't necessarily speed up the individual pumpkin, but we are just looking to work efficiently with all of us, so we're not standing around. So Gabe is going to start building up the color and the glass that he needs for this pumpkin. So you'll watch him kind of start putting that together. I am gathering up the glass for the stem. And I'm rolling through another color of glass, both of these colors that Tim added up on the shoulder for the frost and I'm getting for the stem. These both contain silver. Silver also being a pretty common additive because it gives you a luster effect where that glass is actually, the silver is actually plating the surface of the glass given the right environment. So I haven't yet given it the texture it needs. Just trying to time it out with Tim. I don't want to go at that too soon and then melt out the nice texture. So I'm just kind of waiting on Tim's word here. I think that's it. Alright, so I will present this on over to Tim. He will apply it right over that opening. He can take the amount of glass he wants. And then he was going to decide what kind of stem he wants to do. So we'll occasionally do really fun, whimsical stems that have a lot of curl to them. Other times, Tim's usually the one that goes a little more natural. So he came up with this idea a couple of years ago where all these pumpkins you see outside, they've all been broken off the vine when that vine starts to dry out. Tim had an idea to make that out of glass. So he dunks the stem in a bucket of water, just the part that he wants to break off. And that quenches and kind of shatters that part, but everything behind it is still left really soft and molten. So he snaps it off, he gives it that real organic broken edge, and he does want to make sure it's not sharp. So he will work to glaze that away, trying to maintain the integrity of the design. Now that pumpkin, it's like it's just about finished. He has a couple of these final things to think about, which is making sure it's going to be the right temperature when we go to break it loose. If he misjudges that, it could crack up the side. But also, getting that silver out to where we need it, which means using this large fuel-rich torch. And that's the right environment. You'll see the color change when he hits the top.
Stem completely changed color.
Alright. Now this will cool down to be a much brighter red by tomorrow, but it does go through this long, slow cool down. Yeah. I thought you were moving it out of my glove. So I can hold on to it with these gloves for just a few seconds while we can move it on over to the oven. Everything that we've been making will cool down slowly and evenly tonight, and then we'll be able to pull it out by hand sometime tomorrow afternoon and see how it finishes.
It We're making a lot of stuff
thank you very
today.
much for watching, everybody. Let's give Tim Weldon a nice round of applause. Beautiful pumpkin, Tim. Encourage you to check out some of the other pumpkins we have in there, different colors. You kind of feel that texture. We're going to be running on these for, probably another few minutes. You can see Gabe's already started his.
So that's pretty cool. Oh look, I made a turkey. And that's the glass blower. That was that silver they were talking about. Oh, it is very cool. And this is one of the natural stems that he was talking about.
I like them both.
I,
Put that one over there, that green stem.
yeah, I don't remember them doing this last year, this whole texture. That's really cool. Yeah, I like that one too. We have a couple glass pumpkins hand blown. I don't know if we got them. I said we have a couple hand blown pumpkins. I don't know if we got them here though. I think we've got them at other craft festivals. Yes. Look at the stem on this one.
That's beautiful.
Watch your corner right there.